Welcome, everyone. I'm Joanna Sinwell, president of our NAMI Johnson County affiliate. Welcome to our Lunch and Learn this month. We're going to be joined here by Morgan Sills, who will tell us how we can increase the dollars we get for our NAMI walk. I know that I've done a lot of NAMI walks in the past, and I've always felt like I've never quite optimized how well I do this. So I want to learn more from Morgan. Let me tell you a little bit about her. She joined the NAMI national staff in May of 21 and is a senior manager for the field resource development team and is the NAMIWalks program lead. So imagine that across the country, all the walks that are happening. She provides direct program management, consulting, training, like today, resource development, and support to NAMI field organizations like ours across the country to grow unrestricted revenue through NAMI Walks. She's a graduate of the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill and has spent the past 13 years in fundraising positions for both NAMI and the American Cancer Society, and has worked on a variety of successful peer-to-peer events such as NAMI Walks, Relay for Life, Making Strides Against Breast Cancer, and Men Wear Pink. Please join us as we welcome Morgan.
Yes, thank you, Joanna. It is wonderful to meet you all today, and I'm excited to be here with you for a little while to talk about NAMI Walks. So first and foremost, you've all already been introduced to me, but I'm Morgan Sills. I work with NAMI National at the national level, working with our field organizations on NAMI Walks. And then specifically, NAMI Walks is a fundraiser for NAMI state organizations and NAMI affiliates to promote awareness of mental health and reduce stigma, to raise funds for NAMI's free top-rated mental health programs, and to build community and let people know that they are truly not alone. And then specifically, we have almost 200 NAMI Walks events from coast to coast. So we are Maine to Florida to Hawaii to Alaska this year. We have our first event being held in the state of Alaska. So we're really excited that we have all four corners of the United States covered and all the way from coast to coast. And then for those of you who are not familiar with NAMI Walks, we wanted to show a video today to just show you the excitement and the feeling that you will be able to generate at NAMI Walks when you attend this year. So I'm going to play our video.
I am a caregiver and I am NAMI Walks.
We walk for Daniel. We are NAMI Walks.
I work in mental health and I am NAMI Walks.
We are NAMI Walks.
Oh my goodness, the excitement at NAMI Walks. It's so much happiness. You see smiles, you see tears, but then out of those tears, you see hugs and joy. It lets people know it's okay not to be okay. You're not alone, and you don't have to go through this by yourself.
So NAMI Walks is just incredible. It's people coming out in costumes, in their team t-shirts, having a great time, just getting out there and showing that we are NAMI, we are mental health for all.
You guys are our family. I look forward to walking. I've walked for 11 years. Ken's walked for 17 years.
This is one of my favorite times of the year. We get to come together, our families come out, our dogs come out. I see all the people we work with, our partners in the community. It's the best time in the whole world.
There's just something in the air in NAMI Walks. You can feel, I think, the hope, you can feel the knowledge, you can feel the support, and just each time and each person breaking away at that stigma.
We are reminded each time that we come to this walk how bright of a light that we are and how much NAMI has provided to us.
It's good to have them here. It feels good. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad that they showed up for me.
We walk for Daniel, but even Daniel would agree that we're walking for all the Daniels who are out there.
I walk because I want our future to be different for younger generations. I want future generations to be able to talk about their mental health conditions and to get the help that they need.
When I first came to NAMI Walks when I was 19, I was battling suicidal ideation and self-harm. I was having panic attacks all the time. I was so anxious. And to be here today
with my husband and my newborn baby, it's just such evidence that hope is so real. Healing and recovery are so within reach and so much sooner than you think.
I walk because after my recovery, I feel a strong urge to serve and help those who are in recovery themselves.
It's so important to raise funds for NAMI's free programs because we impact the lives of so many people who live with mental health conditions and their families.
Everything that NAMI has done for us has been free. That's why we support, because everybody needs mental health.
I believe in mental health for all, and I am NAMIWalks.
I'm a veteran, and I am NAMIWalks.
We are NAMIWalks.
We walk for a family member.
We are NAMIWalks.
Mental health for all!
Mental health for all.
The NAMI Walks is such a time of hope and healing for all who are able to come out and join us on event day. And we are so grateful for the support that NAMI Johnson County gives to NAMI Walks each year, and are excited to have you back in the program again for 2025. So today we're going to spend some time talking about how to start your season. Then we're going to dive into a focus that NAMI Walks has for this year, which is a focus on mobile fundraising. And then we're going to do a demo of our Fundraise for NAMI app, which is brand new for this year. We're going to talk about an upcoming training we have with NAMI National, and then we'll open it up for any questions and answers at the end. So to start your season, we have just a few ways to go ahead and get started for your season, but we want to show you what are you going to earn when you are a registered fundraiser for NAMI Walks, and that is your participant t-shirt. So the first step will be to register, and then you can self-donate or raise $100, and you're going to be able to earn our 2025 NAMI Walks t-shirt, which you can see. I am NAMI Walks, you are NAMI Walks, we are NAMI Walks, and it's going to be centered around our mental health for all goal, and that's going to show how NAMI Walks is a celebration of each of us, those living with a mental health condition, their family, their friends, their network, their loved ones, all coming together to celebrate that hope and healing on event day. So then those 8 steps to get started, first and foremost, it is going to be to register first. So you are going to go to NAMIWalks.org/Johnson County IA, and that's going to bring up your NAMI Walks website, and there's going to be a button right near that upper left-hand corner that says register. So you're going to click on that. If you have already registered before, you'll be able to sign in with your username and password. If you're new, you're going to create your username and password. And then you're going to have access to a variety of tools and resources as a registered participant as you work to earn your NAMI Walks 2025 event t-shirt and raise funds for those free top-rated mental health services right in Johnson County. So then after you've registered, we really encourage you, if you are comfortable, to customize your fundraising page and share your story. So we have an example here from Jenny in NAMI Walks San Mateo County. You can see she's went on, she's posted a picture, she's given a little bit of background of her involvement with NAMI, and she's really made her involvement personal. So anyone that she sends her link to and asks for a donation or asks them to register for her team, they're going to be able to see why NAMI Walks is a cause that she's passionate about, and that's going to show that they too should support her efforts. And then if you're able, we encourage you to self-donate to kickstart your fundraising efforts and to show others that this is a cause that you too are passionate about and want them to become involved in. And a little bit more about self-donations. 29% of our NAMI Walks participants last year made a self-donation, with the average amount of those donations being $37. So you can make a donation as small as $1 on the NAMI Walks website, all the way up to an amount that you are comfortable with. And again, it just lets your donors know that this is a cause that you are invested in and that you're asking them to showcase their investment and make a donation as well. And then we encourage you to use your network and create a list of people that you want to ask to either support you with a donation or come out and walk alongside of you on event day. And you may be thinking, I don't know that many people, I've already asked my network, but we do have a document called a Sphere of Influence. It is available at NAMIWalks.org/sphere of influence. And this document really helps you think through the various people that you come in contact with on a daily basis. So think about your employer, schools in your area, activities that you are a part of, like sports or a gym or parents group, social clubs. Think about your overall community. Where do you shop for groceries? Where do you get your hair done? Where do you get your oil changed on your car? Think about any vendors that you work with. So where do you bank? Where do you go to the dentist? Things like that. And then think about your friends and family. So parents, grandparents, siblings, cousins, the list goes on for friends and family, both blood and otherwise. So this sheet will just help you think about those various networks that you are involved with. Then on the front, it has lines so you can go in and make that list of, I want to make sure that I ask Sally to join my NAMIWalks team this year. And of course, people are able to become involved however they're comfortable. So they can register, they can join you on event day, they can simply make a donation to you. They can then fundraise by engaging their network. So that sphere of influence can really expand with every ask that you make for NAMIWalks. And then next, once you've got the foundation set, you've customized your page, you've self-donated, you know who you want to ask, you really have to think about what's your best tool for fundraising. Is that emails, sending out letters, sending text messages, posting on social media on platforms like Facebook or Instagram or X or Twitter as it used to be known. So it's whatever you are comfortable with and however you are comfortable fundraising. We do have a couple of options for you that we provide. So in your dashboard as a NAMIWalks participant, once you register, you're going to have access to some pre-written email communications that you can go in and send. Of course, you can make them your own. You can add information in. You can take information away from the template, and then you can send it out. But it gives you somewhere to start with not knowing how to make the ask. Or you can create a Facebook fundraiser where the work is really done for you. So it transfers over your story from your NAMIWalks webpage, and it posted on Facebook for your friends and family to see. And then you're able to reshare that every so often so it stays at the top of people's minds. You're able to thank them in the Facebook fundraiser. And then the great thing about it, when you set it up using the instructions that you see on the screen, all of the funds raised through Facebook are automatically transferred to your donor drive page in real time. So you're going to see your total go up on donor drive as you receive those donations. And then part of NAMIWalks is a fundraiser, but it's also an awareness building event. It's an awareness building event for NAMI and mental health. So we really encourage you to get connected on social media. And if you do share anything, you can use the hashtag NAMIWalks. So that way we're able to follow on with your journey. We use a lot of user-generated content in our national social media posts as well. So you never know where your story or your post may end up. And we have some options to help you with that because some people are comfortable with social media and some people have not reached that level of comfortability yet. So we do have a few social media graphics that we provide. The one on the left says I've registered for the 2025 NAMIWalks. And you see it has a picture of myself in it. So it's just a frame. So you can go in and put a picture of you at a NAMIWalks event or you with your reason to walk each year. So you can customize this and share it out. Or if you don't have a photo that you want to use, you can use the one on the right that is pre-constructed for you. So it has a photo in it from NAMIWalks Greater Orlando is where we took this photo last year. And it says, I'm participating in the 2025 NAMIWalks. And then you can write your caption and tell people why you're participating and share that out on social media. And then it's time to start fundraising. So set your goal, make your fundraising plan. You will have the ability when you register to set your overall fundraising goal. You can make this whatever you are comfortable with. And then you're going to see your thermometer change, ebb and flow throughout the season as you advance towards that goal. So you'll see here, Jenny, who I showed you earlier, who customized her page, she set her goal at $10,000. When I took the screenshot, she was at 5,100 raised. So you see her thermometer is a little over halfway towards her goal. But that is always one of my most favorite parts of fundraising for NAMIWalks is being able to see that thermometer advance towards that goal. And then new for this year, the last step to starting your season is to download our Fundraise for NAMI app. It is available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. And we're going to dive a little bit deeper into that today, later on in our presentation, where I'm going to show you all of the tools and resources that it will bring to you wherever you and your phone and your tablet are located. So we'll walk through what that looks like momentarily. And then just a few facts about the Fundraise for NAMI app. You must be registered to access it. So you'll be able to download it You'll see the home screen, but in able to advance past that home screen, you're going to have your username and password that you registered with for NAMIWalks 2025. So again, NAMIWalks.org/Johnson County IA will take you to your NAMIWalks website to click register and either sign in with your username and password from previous years or create a new account. So that way you'll have access to all of those online and app resources. Again, you have to be registered. I know that's the theme of my presentation today, and then you'll use that same username and password. And I'm going to pause for a moment. Anyone that does not have the app, if you have your phone or tablet handy, you can use the QR code that you see on the left-hand side of the screen to download it on an Apple product, or you can use the QR code that you see on the right-hand side of the screen to download it on an Android. But then everything that I've shown you today, more information about our app. We have some demo videos on the Resource Center. We have those graphics that I shared, the Facebook fundraising instructions. They all can be found at NAMIWalks.org/resource center. This is also linked at the top of your NAMIWalks Johnson County website. So you can go there and grab it, or you can go to the link NAMIWalks.org/resource center. And this is going to open up our participant resource center. I will also show you it's going to be live in the app for you as well. We try to keep everything as condensed as we can, but it's going to give you access to social media resources, resources on the app, resources on how to fundraise, how-tos on to send those emails through the participant dashboard, and more will be on this resource center for you. We do update it throughout the season, so if you are missing anything, if you look at it and you're like, I wish we had this would really help my efforts, please let me know. Because we are constantly adding new resources. So then to talk about that mobile focus that I shared that NAMIWalks was having for this year, I wanted to share a little bit of the why behind it. So first and foremost, mobile fundraising is a significant platform and opportunity for NAMIWalks. Currently, 88% is the average time that a person spends in an app versus a browser when they are using their mobile device. 70% of web traffic for NAMIWalks comes from a mobile device. So it's actually people going through their browser on their phone versus a browser on their laptop or their desktop computer. And then the average person spends 4.5 hours on their phone per day. And that increases quite significantly for Gen Z. So Gen Z spends an average of 6 hours on their phone per day. And we know how important mental health is to Gen Z. So we want to make sure we have this option available for everyone to be able to fundraise using their mobile device. And then on average, a participant who utilizes a mobile app to fundraise raises 2 to 3 times more than someone who does not. And then specifically, 70% of mobile fundraising comes through 2 very simple avenues of a QR code or text messages. So I'll show you both of those in our app in just a moment. So that Fundraise for NAMI app that we've been talking about so much, you'll see on the screen here that Mental Health for All icon is what your app will look like when you download it from the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. So you will have Mental Health for All on your phone at all times. And then when you open it, it's going to ask you what event you would like to access, and you're going to click NAMIWalks. It's going to be at the top of your page always. And then this is where you're going to see that participant login page. So you enter that username and password that you created when you registered, and then you're going to see the overview. So you're going to see your specific event on the next screen. In the next box below that, you're going to see your name or the name that you entered when you registered, and you're going to see your progress towards your overall goal. And then, of course, because we like friendly competition in fundraising, you'll be able to see the top individuals and top teams for your NAMIWalks event. And then you're going to have access to fundraise, to keep track of your donations, to manage your page, all in your app. So we're going to do a live demo of it today. So I'm going to stop sharing my computer screen and start sharing my phone screen. All right, so I have already downloaded the Mental Health for All app. So it is right on my home screen. I'm going to go back out. And I'm going to show you all, I've already logged in. I'm going to show you all that process. So this is what you will see, and you'll enter in that username and password that you have from registering. And then you'll click login. And then unless you're registered for more than one event, it will open up directly to NAMI, Johnson, and Lynn counties for you. If you're like me and you're registered for more than one, you're going to see a list and you'll be able to select. I'm going to show you all NAMIWalks Oklahoma today because there are a couple of options that are available to those of you who are team captains that team members don't have access to. And I have this set up in my demo of NAMIWalks Oklahoma to show you. So first and foremost, this is where you're going to see that home screen. So yours will say NAMIWalks Johnson and Lynn counties, Iowa. You're going to see your progress overall as an event towards your overall event goal. And then you'll see how many days remaining between now and your event day. And then again, that second section is where you're going to see the name that you gave when you registered, and you'll be able to see your progress. So you can see here, I set a goal of $20 to raise for NAMIWalks Oklahoma. I've currently raised $10, so I'm at 50% of my goal. But let's say I'm thinking I can raise more, or $20 is just not reachable. I'm going to have to lower that goal. All I have to do is click Edit Goal. And then I can go in and change it to whatever I need it to be. Click OK. And then it will refresh. And you can see now I'm at 100% of my goal because I've raised $10 towards my goal of $10. But again, I might be thinking, you know what? I can get to that t-shirt. I want to earn that. So I'll just change it to 100, click OK. And then refresh as well. And now I'm at 10% of my goal. And then the next section is going to be our top individuals. Or when you scroll over, top team. So you'll be able to see, if you want to overtake that second spot as a fundraising team, and you've raised $750, they're at $1,000. You've got a goal to raise $250 to take over that second spot. Same way as an individual participant as well. So it's going to show you the top 10 in both categories. And then our presenting sponsors are listed. So if your event does have a presenting sponsor, you'll be able to see their logo at the bottom of this page. So then clicking the menu button in the upper left-hand corner, the next option is fundraise. So when we click on that, that's where I'm going to have access to my fundraising QR code. This is specific to me as a participant. So I can email it by clicking the email icon. I can save it using that save floppy disk icon, or I can share it out using the box with the arrow coming out of it. So you can share this QR code out in whatever method works for you, but it's going to take that person that you were sharing it with directly to your page on Donor Drive so they can make a donation. And you may be thinking, I need somewhere to start to make that ask. So in the next section, we do have a few pre-written messages for you. And then we also have the ability for you to create your own. So with any of these, let's choose this one. The first icon that you see in that section is a text message. You're going to see Facebook, email, and LinkedIn. So I'm going to click a text message. And then from there, it's going to load the content that's in that pre-written message. But like any text message, when I put my cursor in there, I'm going to be able to add anything and take anything away that I would like to from this pre-written message. And then it's going to have a link to my fundraising page. So you can go in and text this out to anyone in your phone. You can text random numbers, however you want to fundraise. That is up to you in the NAMIWalks app. But we've taken some of the guesswork out of how to make those asks with that pre-written content. And then going back to that menu button, our next option is donations. So from there, you're going to see the ability to make a donation. So you can click that blue button at the top if you want to be taken to your page to make a self-donation. Or if you run into someone when you're out, you can click that, hand your phone to them, and they can make that donation directly there. But it's going to open up the donate screen for your participant page. So they'll be able to enter their donation, write a message if they want to, enter their payment information, and then donate. And then in the second section, you're going to see your donors. So you can see here, I donated $5 to myself, and then I received an anonymous donation of $5. So that is there. And then for your donors that are not anonymous, that have given their email address, if you click the email icon beside their donation, it's going to open up with an email pre-filled with their email address. So you can go in and send them a quick thank you message directly from the app. Or you can thank your donors in different ways. So at the bottom, again, we have a few pre-written text message or email or social media post templates, or you can create your own. Same options here as on the fundraise screen. So you can send a text message, Facebook, email, or LinkedIn. And then going back, everyone has the ability to manage their page. So we talked about customizing your page earlier and sharing your story. You can do that directly from the Fundraise for NAMI app. So you're going to see here as a team captain, I have two options across the top of the screen. So I have personal and then I have team, because as a team captain, you're going to have a team page that is an umbrella page for all of your team members to be gathered in one spot. But then all of your team members are going to have their own individual page as well. So here you can upload a photo, you can grab one from your camera roll, or you can take one directly on your phone, and then you can edit or view your story. So if you click edit, it's going to open it up directly in the app. You can go in and type your story. You'll click save, and then that will update it directly. Or if you're like, I wonder what it looks like, what's already in there, you can click view. And when you scroll down, you're going to see your story that is already in there. And then as a team captain, so if you're not a team captain, you won't have the next two options, but you're going to have one that says my team for our team captain friends on the call. And here you're going to be able to see all of your team members in one convenient box for you. You're going to see the amount that they've currently raised and the goal that they have set for themselves. And if you're like, Mary's not doing too great, she's only raised 10 towards her $100, I need to reach out to her, you can just click that email address and it's going to load that pre-written subject line into the email, so you can send an email directly to the participants. Or if you're like, I want to message all of my team members at one time, we have a couple pre-written templates for you, but then we have create your own. So with any of these, you can click send email and it's going to open it up with all of your team members BCC. And then again, anywhere you put your cursor, you can go in and add things or take things away. But then you'll be able to quickly send an email out to all of your team. Maybe you have an update. Maybe you want to tell everybody to meet you at 8 a.m. on event day at McDonald's, so you all can travel to the event together and grab breakfast ahead of time. You can send that quick email out to everyone using that Fundraise for NAMI app. And then going back to our options, team captains are also going to have the ability to recruit. So team captains are going to have a second QR code in the app, and this is going to be to your team's page. So anyone that scans this QR code is going to have the ability to register for your team or donate to your team and its team members. So same thing with the individual QR code. You can email it, you can save it, or you can share it. And then we have some pre-written messages as well for you to ask people to join your team. Again, all customizable, or you can create your own. You can text, post on Facebook or LinkedIn, or send an email. And then everyone's going to have the ability to track their activity. So you can link your app directly to an Apple Watch, a Fitbit, or a Strava, where all of your activities will be automatically transferred. Or if you have individuals who want to manually put their workouts or their steps, and workouts are not limited to just physical activity. We have things like baking, playing cards, playing board games, things like that in here as well. In an effort to be inclusive of everyone's ability to work out and to have steps. So people can keep track of their activities. We do run challenges throughout the year of people who achieve our leaderboard, either through donations or activity points. So there's always an opportunity to win a prize as well. And then we have our resource center that we talked about earlier. So that opens up our participant resource center with our information on the app, those demo videos that we were talking about, sphere of influence is there, corporate engagement, donor drive. So that's how to utilize the participant dashboard when you register. So how to connect with social media, how to get text alerts, how to customize your page. All of those things that we've talked about today are listed in this section. We have email and social media. So we have those graphics that we talked about that you can grab and promote your efforts on social media. We have fundraising resources. We have logos and artwork. So you all may want to make your own posts or make your own t-shirts or anything like that. We do have our NAMIWalks logos listed in this section, Mental Health for All. And then we just have some miscellaneous things as well, like our participant guidebook, our rallying call, and so forth. And then if you are registered for more than one event, you'll see switch events like I do. And when you click on that, it's going to open up a list of all the events that you're registered for, so you can easily toggle between. And then we have our privacy policy, because some people like to read the fine print at the bottom. So we do have that listed for anyone who is interested. They can scroll through and read everything that is listed there. And then going back to the app, we do have our mobile app support. So our vendor for our mobile app is Nucleus, and that's who you're going to see listed on this website. But if anyone ever has trouble logging in or a section of the app won't work, you're able to reach out directly to our vendor, and then they'll respond to you and get anything corrected that needs to be addressed. And then going back, last but not least, you can log out. So you don't have to log out when you're done, but if you want to, you do have that ability. So we talked a little bit about upcoming trainings. We will next Tuesday, we're sending out a link to register to our spring events. We're going to gather together at 6 o'clock Central on Tuesday just to talk more in depth about your participant dashboard and other fundraising tools. So be on the lookout in your email for that if anyone would like to join us. We will be giving away a door prize, so you do have the opportunity to win a NAMIWalks branded item if you do join. And now I'm going to open it up for questions and answers.
If we struggle with the app, which I clearly have done already, I thought I registered and had 2 team members and now I can't find my name on there anywhere. Is there a way I can get some help?
Yeah. So you can email NAMIWalks@NAMI.org with any app questions. That's our general inbox for NAMIWalks. We all keep an eye on that throughout the day. So when your email comes through, the next person available will get you an answer for whatever you were struggling with.
Hi, Morgan. Thank you so much for your personal time. Yes, the app was because there's a lot of I'm up here in our City Hawkeye area, and we got lots of young students in and apps going, but I'm gonna need to know how to do that. So and I see the basics, and you did a great demonstration on that. I do appreciate it. It caused more questions than answers, which is always good for me. Well, it is. I learned that way. It's so nice to hear a Southern accent also, and I saw a palm tree in the NAMI thing. I'm a little homesick. But what was the provider also helps us along? And,
yes.
Okay. Because I saw in there where we could like ask questions back, but the provider also does, because sometimes at 3 a.m. while I'm trying to figure this out.
So if you if you click that app support on the menu icon, that'll take you to Nucleus, and that will be their support staff. Again, you can also email NAMIWalks@NAMI.org, whatever you're most comfortable with.
Okay, awesome. Because if you make it one step easier, then I'm more willing to walk through that portal there. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Do you have any other kinds of ideas, like if I were to go out with my team or some members of my team out to eat or something like that, just activities that we could do?
I would absolutely encourage the sphere of influence as a team, just to get everyone thinking about who's in their network that they've not asked before, or they've not asked in a few years, or they've never thought to ask. I would also encourage you to think about any connections that your team members have as far as corporations are concerned, because they'll oftentimes sponsor your event. So you can talk through that. And then I would also make the app an activity. If you're having a group dinner and you're talking with your team, have everyone get their phone out and download the app and sign in and kind of talk through the features with them. And encourage everybody let's all send 5 text messages for a donation. The first person who gets one back gets a NAMIWalks branded item that you have with you, or a t-shirt left over from last year or something, just to give a little friendly competition to fundraising.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Joanna and Mary, thank you so much for inviting me to join your Lunch and Learn today. It was great meeting everyone and getting to know you all a little bit better and talking about NAMIWalks and the app. Again, we're grateful for the support that you all offer the NAMIWalks program year after year, and we're here to help however we can, so please don't hesitate to reach out.
So thanks, everyone.